I do wonder, Jim, is what he's going to do with this $277 billion worth of cash.
It is a great wonder.
He turns 94, by the way, tomorrow, I believe, or in 2 days. 2 days. Friday.
Look, I think that as many people are, he's waiting. I think he's waiting for better prices, for heaven's sake. I mean, why not?
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. And we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction so they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin, crypto, and stocks pulling back. And guys, in cryptos, I told you we're going to have a roller coaster ride just because we have futures contracts ending on Friday. And we have Cardano blockchain heads for chain hard fork. And Cardano has been quiet, but remember, it's a big piece to the ecosystem. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. Right now, we have yield rates down. We have the dollar moving slightly up. We have volume in crypto right now up. And we have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo yesterday was at $344 billion. And we know the Fed next month now is going to start cutting rates. At the same time, we're seeing the new financial system about to go digital. We know SWIFT, along with Chainlink, all these systems have been updated for the new digital economy. And now we're going to start seeing AI and the machines start to move in. And that's the reason why we see Warren Buffett putting all his money on the sidelines. They're going to be getting the legacy market pennies on the dollar. And we have Berkshire tops $1 trillion in market cap. And if you're at $1 trillion, guys, that's called a monopoly. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. But we have all these CEOs of these big corporations letting you know they're going to be cutting a third or even half of their workforce. And remember, these big tech companies already don't have a lot of employees. They laid off a lot already, but these big tech companies are not like the old school companies that had 50 to 100,000 workers. A lot of them have 10,000 and below. When you look at a company like Netflix, they probably have about 12 to 15,000 workers. How many times do you have to call Netflix? It's just the interface. And with all this AI coming, you're going to have a 100-employee company worth billions and billions of dollars because they no longer have to pay employees. Nothing but overhead, free labor. And when you think about how America was built, it was built on the slaves. Free labor. It's not hard to see what the fourth industrial revolution is about. They want to take the power away from the people, allow the machines to do the work, and that gives the NWO total control. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Yes, you know the crypto teacher gives you the truth, none but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts. But guess what? It sets you free. Yes, it hurts. It's painful. The truth is hard to accept, but those who are conscious, it hurts us just as bad or even not more. But we rather live in truth and keep ourselves prepared. So therefore, we don't fall for the devil's tricks. Remember, guys, you're in a spiritual warfare. Keep the armor on and be a watchman on the wall. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale We have Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs down. We have spot Bitcoin ETFs in its 8-day inflow streak. Also, Bitwise to acquire 120 million in BTC from the Osprey Bitcoin Trust. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have AI tokens pull back ahead of NVIDIA earnings report that's after close. We also have Salesforce and CrowdStrike. So guys, make sure you keep an eye on that. Of course, I'm going to be posting those inside of the Stock Patreon account. Now we have the presidential campaign token surged 667% so far this year. And you know with these tokens, they're going to start disappearing as this campaign is over. But if you're a trader, you take advantage of the pumps and dumps. Now we have Ton Network had a 6-hour outage. And lastly, guys, we have the SEC issues will notice to OpenSea. And the question is, are NFTs securities? It just depends on what you're using NFT for. We know NFTs can be used as tickets. They can be used for identity. And those are definitely not securities. But if you have art and you're selling it to a lot of people and they're expecting you to become more famous so those pieces can become worth more, then that's a security because they're expecting a larger profit than what they paid for it. But we know the SEC has not come out clear to say anything, and they've done all this on purpose so they can come in later and hit you with something. Guys, this is all a movie. Get your popcorn, sit back, and let it play out. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.